Aster DM Healthcare is the stock that is really buzzing right now. Despite a fall in the market, the stock is up 10%. That's on the back of a special dividend announcement of 118 rupees per share. Also, there's no interim dividend will be declared for FY24. So to discuss more on this development, we have Nitish Shetty, who is the CEO of Aster DM Healthcare. Nitish, thanks a lot for joining in. Can you tell us a little bit about this special dividend? How much will be retained by the company in terms of, the transaction proceeds? How much will be used as dividend distribution? If you can just take us through the way forward.
Yeah, good morning. You're aware of the special dividend announced by our board on 12th of April. 80% of the sale proceeds will be dividend out as a special dividend at 118 rupees per share, and around 1,500 crore will be retained within India. The future of the 1,500 crore, how we want to use it, will be decided in the near future by the board. Because as I speak now, we have clear-cut plans for our expansion in terms of deploying 1,700 beds in 3 years. This we are going to do with our own internal accrual because we have enough cash flow happening because most of our hospitals are matured now. For inorganic growth, we might consider this retained amount of 1,500 crores, or we might leverage on a share price, which is doing well, as you are aware now.
So, can you tell us what is the promoter stake right now, and any plans that the promoter has to divest further stake? Any plans to reduce the promoter pledges?
At this moment of time, our promoter, Dr. Azad have made it very clear that they have no plans to dilute their stake. They believe in India's story. It has just started for Aster DM India now. We have plans to be a top 3 in the country. At this moment of time, our promoters have no plans to dilute. They have been very clear about that.
Okay, all right. Hi, Mr. Shetty. Good morning and good to see you in. But Sonia asked you about the other part of the question, right? You're saying they don't want to sell out, but most of their holding of that 41.88% is pledged, 98% odd. Any plans to, release this pledge on the promoter holding?
Yeah, probably promoters will be in a better position to answer that question. But at this moment of time, they have plans to release the pledge at the earliest.
Okay. Do you want to give us a timeline by when they can do that?
Would not be in a position to say an exact timeline, but it will happen very soon.
Okay, all right. Now the focus is going to be on the domestic business. Earlier, bulk of the valuation was coming in from the overseas business or the Middle East business. So give us a few numbers. What is the current capacity? And say in the next 2 years, 3 years or so, where do you see the bed capacity headed? I'm looking at it in revenue terms. On a quarterly basis, you're doing close to 950 crores of revenues. Where do you see that number headed? Give us some outlook, because now you're going to be focusing on growing the India business.
Yeah, we are very, like I mentioned earlier, we have clear-cut plans of in the next 3 years of rolling of 1,700 beds. Presently, our capacity is at 4,800 now. We are planning to add 1,700 to take it to 6,600 beds in next 3 years' time. That is through organic route. Most of the bed addition will be happening through brownfield expansion. That means that we are expanding the existing hospital capacity because most of the hospitals are at 80% capacity now, occupancy. So that is the brownfield plan, and the greenfield is going to be 40% of our plan, which is primarily in Kerala cluster of ours, where we are adding 2 more new hospitals, one in North Kerala and one in South Kerala. In terms of other, we are also an integrated healthcare provider now. Apart from being a hospital player, we have labs and pharmacies. We have close to 250 pharmacies and 250 lab. We are also kind of planning for expansion of especially the lab vertical business in the near future.
Mr. Shetty, just to confirm, you currently have a plan to move from 4,800 beds to 6,500 beds and post 6,500, right?
6,600 beds.
Correct. And then besides that, you also have a greenfield plan. With that plan, what does it take the total capacity to, and by when?
No, 6,600 includes brownfield.
Includes everything. Got it.
Right.
And after that, like I mentioned, we also are open for inorganic expansion. We are exploring all the opportunities. We want to go beyond our geography. We are primarily present in 5 states now.
Got it.
And we would like to go beyond our geography also. We are exploring those opportunities also.
Right. So, I mean, you're strongest, Nitish, hi, good morning, Prashant here. You're strongest in Kerala, right? You said that you will obviously expand in Kerala as well. But you're looking at other metros now. Bangalore, for example.
Yeah, obviously, we have plans in metros because 70% of our business are coming from tier 2, tier 3 cities at this moment of time. We are majorly present in Kerala with close to 2,600 beds in Kerala alone. And we are adding more than 1,000 beds in Kerala in the next 3 years. So we have really a very dominant position in Kerala, but we are also expanding in Bangalore, and we are also looking at opportunities in Maharashtra, cities like Pune, and also up north in UP, in Lucknow.
Would this you sort of build this out on your own, Nitish, or is acquisition, etc., possible? Because there are, for example, I mean, Healthcare Global is a company where there is a large shareholding by private equity, which is it's on public record. They're looking to sell. I'm just not that one opportunity, but just that came to my mind. But all this build out is going to be organic, sort of on your own, or you're open to inorganic opportunities as well?
Yeah, we have clear laid out plan for organic growth, like I said, 1,700 beds. But at the same time, we are also exploring opportunities of inorganic opportunities, any merger and acquisition. So we are also open. Smartness is being agnostic in terms of the opportunities. We are not fixated with particular idea. We are open to all ideas will help us in growing quickly and faster. That's a need of the hour to be the top 3 in the country in the next 3 to 5 years.
What is that? How many beds will take you to that? I mean, you would have looked at the ranking in terms of the number of beds, right? Capacity.
Yeah, we are there now. We are there with the next 3 years with organic growth alone, 6,600 beds. We are already there, but we are contemplating taking beyond 10,000 beds.
By when?
By next 5 years.
Okay, 10,000 beds in the next 5 years. Got it. Just a couple of more questions. On Olympus Capital, they had divested about close to 10% stake in the business. How much stake do they have left at the moment, and any further stake sale plans by Olympus?
Yeah, they have around 10% now. They were at 19%. Now they have 10%. But I will not be able to comment on the Olympus plan. But as far as we are concerned, they have been a very supportive investor with us. They've been with us for more than a decade now. They have their plans, but about their plan going forward, I will not be able to comment. But whatever they have sold in the market, their shares has been picked up by good foreign institutional investors and also domestic institutional investors. So that reflects on the fundamental strength of the Aster business.
They will continue to hold 10% at least for now.
Yeah,
that's the understanding, right?
I will not be able to comment on their behalf, but looking at our fundamentals, I'm hopeful they might continue.
Okay. Any other private equity firms that would be interested in the company? Any talks that are ongoing currently?
There's a lot of interest. Like you've seen, our share price has appreciated substantially in the last 1 year. There is a lot of now India being a pure play India business now. There's a lot more clarity about our business compared to our peers in India. So there is a lot of interest. We are in a discussion, but it's very early to comment. Three or 4 months down the line, clarity will emerge.
Okay. Finally, can you tell us about, you were talking about both the organic and the inorganic plans, but going forward in terms of the growth rate, what are we looking at in FY25 and FY26? How much would come via organic and how much via inorganic?
Yeah, in terms of revenue, you can say we have been growing in next of 25% CAGR. That's the best in the market in the healthcare industry, especially in the hospital sector. We are hoping to grow at least 15% CAGR going forward next 3 to 5 years. And even EBITDA margin has been growing in next of 35%, around 35% in the last 5 years. And we envisage even that expanding and continue to grow at the same pace.
So this 15% CAGR, I mean, if you can just break it up for us, how much via organic, how much via inorganic are you looking at?
Yeah, this 15% I mentioned is organic only. But when we do the inorganic growth, we'll be in a better position to exactly project the growth rate. At this moment of time, I'm not considered the inorganic growth, but only the organic.
Appreciate you joining in, Mr. Shetty, and wishing you all the best with those plans to go to 6,600 beds and then maybe 10,000 beds as well, as you told us. Well, we look forward to having a chat with you as you firm up those plans.